Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ke Sankardev Kolej Pynlong, haka khat sautri urempang arjar pesan kalau Pynlong naka Jingïathir Halor ke artikel Laispa new puai bat ke 6 schedule, haka bala Pynlong hapua auditorium hall jong ke college. Haka ni Jingïathir lawan bani shimenta da uba manual batwar ukertong bani khun ke MDC naka seng Congress nalai umkra malki constituency uba Robert Jun Kharjarin uba mikmat naka UDP uba Mewan Care Lingdo naka BJP ba Erwin Case AM Sutnga bat ka Dr. Fenela Lingdo Nunglan kibadai ki senior advocate kibalong kum ki resource person. Haka ni Jingïathir Halor ka artikel Laispa new puai bat ka 6 schedule kala aji mentoi shibu ni ki samla pulia ki balawan ban sngap bat sha skor bha. Sankardev College kala Pynlong ki Jingïathir Halor ka artikel Laispa new puai A bat la pentri kam haka jila Nagaland ka artikel Laispa new puai G kabal pentri kam haka jila Mizoram bat ka artikel Arspa asa pusau ka baar ni ka 6 schedule.
Bat kumju ru ya kesik schedule ya kepala kan ini keren bah kambing kan kau ini thesis dari art ini thesis di kumlogin persiap di pendem apa si pokoknya ya kau ini thesis dari art ini thesis kalau kau ada kata-kata ada apa nak tahu New York ya depan ya keren kan ini kibat di bentar tata kadau nak lihat ujonga nam ko asyuk penelit siapa bentar yang dibagi Dr. Fenela dan Dr. Nonglan ilada keren ilada persiap jumut lupa ano batay siya kay Laispa niyo kuwait ano batay siya kay schedule ada yang kuat berjubab yang jingli kiba bobot kipat bah ano solution juga di kasih dia berkejalan melihat di berapa kuwait kekuatan yang slow yang kijubab kejingli kebenkong kebanggia keli mentah kalau satu kasih schedule ber artikel Laispa niyo kuwait A ber Arspa niyo kuwait G kilak benetrilang hakaju katrai berdiri. Lesi kata ada bebenkong ya. Hato kini art ni constitutional provision kilako penetrilang hakaju katrai berdiri. Kalau siap dari segi hasil atau masuk segi area. Katakan di bebenkong. Lada diom gila penetrilang dari segi kopno kajing yathir getai. Lada kimla penetrilang hakaju katrai berdiri. Kanu ko bakam klan baneda ya ki hok to ki dulu kata di ji ban kabalai hato ni kum rilum ki rilum ke jalan khlia ni don kambo ya kata ke Laispa nya kui e ban ka Laispa nya kui ji ashwa ko ni phai kata machwa ki ban kan mau bakata ke Laispa nya kui ka ong begitu ki ai je sarkar India ki bakta ya ka khndo ya ki marpo khndo ya ka niti ka dustur bat ya kom im jo ki rilum kanom terikam ha kita ki jaka beterikam ka artikel Laispa nya kuai kejingkeli mentah kalau kami nanglo kata kesan berkat atau di kinaga besandu beda ya ni komdu kan ni kesan berkat para noksum senong bagi kami nengkong du house dan kat Laispa kat san na kata ka Indian government act 1915 Lalu puli ya ka section 3A ke second paragraph hantu ke kerensai omba governor general in council ula mendeklar ya kanu jaga bapak buat terang bahwa kendala dek mendeklar ya kata ula benar-benar ya borok ki ai jom ke parlimen bat jom ke province hakita ki bak buat terang nukong kami naka section 3A Jongka Indian Independent Act 1915. But nak ni kataw, lada pipet, ya kawin ke agreement, ya kabalaso ya kanyo tarik banay pakandai, kat kandai spa at podriw. Sarkar bila kahaban yo ya kajimbenjur na uskim jo kay pakayrim. Ban pentrikam ya kandai tili ki an hakajala. Hakta hakilai tili Kishlong, ya kebagi tip tentang di municipal liti area. Ini dulu ada kuat mengingat air ini, cipet. Nawal pinola memperterikam ya kinu ki air kelab ke jujur. Nanti kalau banyo ke jujur, pidon kam ya konsen. Hak itu kau buat kisim kini kinong sensat, apa kan bisa konsen pihak banyo ya ke jujur. Nalor kata, Ila penegran di constitution hari ini berkelet yang root jom constitution jom India kepois assignment commission report kat kedai sepak lepo. Lalu pimpin di assignment commission report kat kedai sepak lepo. Kat report kalau si sepak lepo kongkum no batu ai bagi an ke Sokar India bagi an jom provin kimdei menteri kam haki backward area lalu haki taki bagi kot ki excluded area and partially excluded area. The government of India Act kedai sepak lai pusat kabudai ke temai ke constitution dari India mentang ke section kedai buai ke kedai buai kong and then kita ke excluded area bagi partially excluded area bagi section kedai buai kong bagi an jong ke Sokar India bagi an semua province kingdom terikam haki partially excluded area bagi excluded area. Kita ki belajar hakapor bakasoka pareng essential ya kani kicaka ki. Kini bar kirung hamno hak concern kri dia. Nikong tu kirung hakani ke concern tu dia muslim khat dai pak san tho bala adam ya ka rum nikong tu la pipet hakapara 5 jong ka 5th schedule. Haka para 5 jom kesidul kongkumno ko governor ulak bono penterikam ya kino ki anjong Sokar India haki sidul ini. Dei kata ka benta ka bagi anjong Sokar India bagi anjong Sokar Salakim terikam haki tribal area lalu haka para khatar jom kesidul. Lalu pipuli ka para khatar kabadam don hadu mentah ka jala asam. Kong Kanu ka anjong Sokar salah kanong terikam haki tribal area lada terikam ru pila penbet yaki ketum kajing yahap jong ketu kajaka lani pila ban pentela bulu mala lani modify yaka katkum kajing adei jong ketu area bagom dei ka parkhata aka parkhat bin kombo governor ula bunung penterikam yaki kino ki anjong parliament haki tribal area kam dei ka custom kam dei ka land and resources kam dei ka religious any law of the parliament. The governor, clause B, the governor may by notification direct that any act of the parliament or the state legislature of the state which may provide by the provision of this paragraph shall not apply or shall apply to an almost council or shall apply to such district or any part thereof subject to such exemption, modification as he may specific in the notification. The governor mean what? Mean the state government. Kabumut, even if the government of India pass the CAA, the state government can simply say, we will not implement it. Kata, kadai katamay, jom kadai kumangi keren, boros kata. Kadai kerang don, hagamiti pedek kam, jom kaki India. Gitu kiba kiporlok kijomi kibong baka artikel lais pak do kuwei kumno kadon hapo nagalan pitem nem ya gajing sisa baka nagalan kadon arta kadon kanaga hills bak kanaga tribal area ya kabaki om ke isten nagalan mata hakasin hak hapor bala penterikam nikom do ya gesik schedule lan lawan ra nikom do ya gesik schedule kanaga hill bak kanaga tribal area ka hak hapor ya gesik schedule tanpa namat bagi naga kimla dan blik pediam ya kata belum bagi naga ki hak hapok je ka asam lani ki hak lagi dia optional dan stand up ya ki discussion. Tapi initially naga hill and naga tribal area fall under 6 schedule. Pek ka amen pek ka original 6 schedule nadu pasal kalau muda. Hadin kata apa? Kidon kitu PS agency awan ke 16 point of agreement andala awan ke 16 point of agreement kisah shim ya kini kibenta je ke schedule kisah tho hakalai sepak ni kuwe kamdi ko kalai sepak ni kuwe kami la ke jok em kishim na ke schedule ki tho hakalai sepak ni kuwe la ki puli the entire life sepak ni kuwe kisu tho ba blend dari ke jok din haba ka dai ke jok kumno pi tho antali constitutional provision haka juk ka tribal area it cannot be Kamla Pynlong lalu dia. Lalu pisim di konstitusi kum ke novel book benetu kana putuskan kolom. Lalu pisim di konstitusi kum terti penyekan hak sesat kana kamla along is not possible. How can two constitutional provisions apply in the same tribal area? It cannot be. Kata kini AKA bang ishak bang sutu no boleh page history juga. Kubang kata ka para 12 original para 12 itu schedule kadai kalai sebabnya kuih. Kaya kaba pilpet ke Mizoram ni kau hadir bagayo yang lusahin. Hagapor pakadang don ke lusahin. Mizoram ka sana lain tuli di regional council. Kalai kecakma berpamara. Nadu pakadang don ke lusahin dan pa lain tuli di regional council. Hadir bagayo yang union territory di Mizo kita perkat bakal biang ye ki baniada ki bakala ki panno yang lain sebabnya kuih. Ki masuk mempai seksi dulu. Kaya ini duna juga seksi dulu ke jongi ke batrika mau mihlia kalau ba kawan ke ala. Kabong ba ki an juga semasa le tu ku ki an juga sarkar jalan ki dia no ki an juga sarkar jalan. Hatau tadi kalau legally if tested in the court of law. Kumno in one hand pi op shim ye di board of insaan an hand pi op na terku ketika terikam. I imagine if anyone challenge Article 12A in the court of law, how will the court give a judgment? It will be a very interesting thing. Now tak tahu habang ini keren ni ba ladang pai history nila kong kino mla terikam. But habang kita terikam nila ladang habang jit kawai. Kumbang ilok mana? Kalau ispahannya puai ke datang kawai ke paragraf yang masih cedul. Kumdo pinong baka klaim kata kemudian tak kawai ke paragraf banyak kemudian apa ini ke paragraf. Kasih cedul ke apa ini ke paragraf kalau mini constitution within itself. But data kalau mini constitution kalau comprehensive banyada yang tribal kata ke artikel ispahannya puai kamlong kita. Nah takadau the need but om kata ke Jingïathir yang kalau sepaknya hui apa jalan melihat ke jongi it doesn't arise hajaka bengin om bengin depan yang kita kalau ke bengin depan kita kalau milik time yang siapa tu original schedule ke bengin yo yang protection under para 12 di tang kubang om ketika mat di kepala dengan keren dari kita tang dia membatai hai kali dari happen burom yang kepor tang ini ijing
ngah pemaburom ibaman bor kumparlak movement biyoy na menurut kapan bet oh kapan pernah lagi pinang lah lalu movement kejong jadi bahawa apa movement perdek pengalung laku nguru baik kapan pun berbuat ini Jingïathir bagi manajemen kembut pada kita kena ngirma penong pada ihatkan sepang ki provisions jongkaan khatam yang constitution Idam kam Jingïathir pada manajemen kampung. Namal batang dan ile untang. Kanang kiu kita ke ilang salang, kanang kiu kita ke jing suatu kampungnya. Yaki an ke mengidam kam. Ngam dia berlalu spesialis apa lo? Dia suruh kena IP, namal ngapas MBA. Hal ini kepanggil sunyi tu berlaku dengan lawyer lo. Tambalong iji suatu jangan sepangga artikel C71 kat ihita ibadat mah ngam semua tak hanya orang jauh berlalu dalam masyarakat at the end of the day it's all about common sense sudah diira basic common sense por pengiyo yang kata 6 schedule harusnya kakandai sampuar kadai bekas sarkar India hi KUI yang kata kibarat pan hamtam hani Halor is bah kadukong joki kapet bak lebak kadukong joki pan mainland India kadeti kadustur kapet kesinsyar kadar kapet hamtam ni Meghalaya kadukong pet ya kaan kapet ke judiciary masih nak katakan katal kapel pagpabak mo niya kung pero suway na ita iman iba kayo Kasno ba ke India bro ko ke Union of States, meaning kindan lalai itu kom trekam jong la jong, but sapuni ya kata ka 6 schedule ru ban te la kam ban Ailat itu kita pat di badan dunia Northeast bagian ya kita itu justru macam, but senchar kadar macam. Kata the true essence of why the 6th schedule was even conceived. Suki dan kumbah news part like who the recognized tribes have in India. Bor besnai the 6th schedule kumbang ibang kajian meneh. Ngarang Shibini Constitution. I think all political science students should have this. Ngarang nyok kita ki Islam badan the 6th schedule kita mendu arfu arsla. Pisu tuan. Ngarang nyok itu slide dengan arfu arsla means quite heavy. Ladang apet pat kita ki provisions jong ki article 371 A, B, C, D kan kadai. Kadang tak pemah, sisi paragraf pada. Tapi nak isu which one is heavier in terms of the provisions? Kita hapok kita ki provisions semua. Second the article 371 tolong kepada ladaki tribals naway kita kaki pan bangin ikwa panyo kata kasensyar kadal belum kubisatation on this kung malong ta may kalian kesulitan apa bahaya berokhat tekan ongen kumasyo apa tunong kami article 371 hindi only ni pidon kami ay history jupi kadang-kadang kung iba maneh kalau along too proud, they didn't want to be a part. Mungkin wah benda nampak asam tak ada video no. Hindi kami state part kung Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Goa, Karnataka. Kato kipan kyo ay article 371 tambah pidon kami yun. Pikwa siapang karti gedustur, pikwa siapang religion, pikwa siapang ini. It's a process opinion. Hindi bawa you article 371 you look. Takada sebenarnya mau ono article 371 A tadi nonton nagalan B Assam, C Manipur, D Andhra Pradesh, E Sikkim, F Sikkim yang nomor divide into 2, Mizoram G Sutuam, dikipan ken man state. Pai kijim pensutu jomna kalau kali nice because on the day hand the lawyer the kalau mo ono constitution for dummies. Dalam apa kipan kita ki obviously ka pass to the act of parliament kita yo kanya itu kaan. Tapi om ini nujur hi na pada article 371 pada 6th schedule there's a huge difference. Lalu pipet kumong isam ne ka article 371 kalau benar berarti yang away state nama apa? Kita state can cover the geography away. Hapon Mizoram ka 6th schedule ka kabatan ni Chakma, Kilai, Barki Mara. Kibadai tang siya South Mizoram. Ka Mizoram mo palit pa, idan tak hakway ka lalak population. Ito 6th schedule idan tak ni Chakma bata, I'll say 30% of the entire geography. Yung baiba isa mana pang na article 371 Kilai pa ba? Kilai pa 6th schedule. Assam ke 6th schedule area, kemudian orang kata area under schedule area, kita tak kiai, tang bodoh, ukambi, berkata kacarbel, babon kita, kita not sure we tribe group give missing kiai, teka asam kamu apa na 6th schedule itu berlaku, kesorkan kamu nama 6th schedule kalau tu comprehensive kalau I boleh paham, tiga orang ada ini artikel, tentang kita state itu exist lah begini kita. Nengi hame kalian cutu kanai pi bapia tipudhi 97% of our geography is already under schedule area. Then part article 371 say ikai pa. Long it doesn't make sense that along counterproductive mo misyo no. Mizo mara article 371 if at all not applicable not talking please return. Maybe So to the butcher then when we chop shit, but she's rock, she's again, come your Belgium, what but come your tiny company. Along with the end, along your constitution again. Now, she's seen but people keep, but tweak a constitution, but pioneer complete so. But she's seen but he's down here and here. Come to get on the Sarkar, give a pair, get on the Sarkar, but on the Sarkar pedantly, give command, come along the Sarkar pedantly, command, have a dilute the power. Kabangi kum kita ki tribal area hangin niyo. Takatahi Indian membership from the board shop press kapel na good no. Session say Caribbean second no. Thank you so much.
A and C. One, Article 244(2) of the section. Haji Sakum Ogiba Banen. The subject of an articles thesis. But it has been the responsibility has been placed on us to make the best synthesis of the antithesis and the thesis. Nothing beyond that. Anyway, it's also nice that I get the opportunity to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. And seeing you here, it shows that your love for knowledge and the truth supersedes the interest of your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife. Thank you very much. The issue of Article 371 has become a public issue in this election due to the fact that the Voice of the People's Party has made it one of the key springboards to power. Nagadao pag PPP kapalong niya Jingïathir yang Article 371 bagi sexual konferensan yang akan election di Japan yo ikabur di kami kini isu sekai. Hai, Muslim agakor mengenal when I was young. I also thought because I liked the way the Nagas defended their freedom, the Mizos defended their freedom. So I also thought that Article 371 was in fact something said by God to us. That is not the truth. As Chief Justice of India, Dr. Jingïathir, he said that the sixth schedule is a mini constitution. But hatta mengilap hakajin keren Dr. Chief Justice Jingïathir mengilap pada kernet kementerian. Kadai ke bersaing Kabel Punman dulu kantam banyada yaki hok kicobi ki rewlu ki basa ki tribal areas. Manual, don't mind me lecturing you. The scheduled area means under the 5th schedule. Under the 6th schedule, it is the tribal areas as defined by Para 20. It is not the scheduled area. It is the tribal areas. Now, the tribal areas, in fact, under Para 3, you see, I prepared 2 long papers, but I will not read them. You'll please give me your, please send your phone number to me, and I will send all these to you, and you can digest them. My phone number is 8131 91 9942. Please send the number which you have a WhatsApp, I'll send everything to you. Right now, I'm making it short and sweet, but not over sweet. You see, the basic problem with Article 371, which is the Article 3 that lies on the way. Kadai kemudian kuat. It is a negative provision within the Constitution. Why? At the time when the Nagas signed the 16-point agreement, then kanina 100-point agreement bagi-sign kinaga kila ong panyadai berarti berustur panyadai kalau siap panyadai kalau secara bisa handai ke ikut saja. Hako ke union just assumption kipon kini Hima pada kumga banti uluyong bakwa klan aku pasti bang keren yang no sai ma keren ke control atomic energy and its minerals. Uranium. Hamne haji siapa report tu parti kita tak KBPP on air minum syapan di Yornia. Henry entry 6 hapok ke union list na 7 schedule kalau play lupa ke jingkan lada kiban rakyat Trisol. Nama ke constitutional process itu okay. What does the constitutional process state? It states that any subject within the powers of Parliament, once you have Article 3 as 71, then the union list will override the state list, it will override the Parliament list. The beauty about the 6th schedule is the Supreme Court in Regional Provident Fund Commissioner versus Shillong City Bus Syndicate from us, from here, it has given a clear ruling that the space occupied by Para 3, land, custom, appointment and succession of chiefs and headmen, marriage and divorce, administration of villages, administration of towns, agriculture, June, agriculture, all these are sacrosanct. Kini kalau tentang hak Para 3, even Parliament cannot pass any acts on this subject. The state government cannot pass any resolution, any motion on this, or pass any acts on the subjects within Para 3. Now we have a naked provision. We have a provision which is protected even by the Supreme Court. Here is where I agree with Robert. The provisions of Para 12A, saying that the provisions of any act passed by the state government will override the acts of this council. This ruling by the Supreme Court has already rendered it null and void. The only thing required for us is to amend the 6th schedule under the proposed amendment of 125th amendment, which is going to come. Now, this we must be very clear. Uranium has become a very big issue. Now, if you bring in Article 371, like has happened in Nagaland, with regards to oil, because Nagaland is an oil-rich state, I'll tell you that due to this controversy, due to this constitutional lacuna, kani Jinguna haka British in charge of India. What has happened? The central government says N353 relating to oil exploration and use of the oil, N354 relating to coal and other minerals. And now, if there was uranium in Nagaland or Mizoram, they would have said under N33, the government of India owns this. Are we willing to risk this? Nitre ban surrender ni hoki jongi, ki badan ko isik schedule, ban play with the company in central government. This is the question. Now, Forrest, somebody asked me a question when they saw my interview. Why NTT passed the timber ban? NTT passed the timber ban because of the Forest Conservation Act, which falls under the concurrent list. And by the play of Article 254, where when the acts of the state government and the acts of the central government, they conflict, and the acts of the central government will prevail. But we have a mechanism in the 6th schedule, Para 12AB, which says that the president shall decide whether a central act shall apply or not apply, with such exceptions or modifications. But here there is also a ruling, the same ruling. The Supreme Court has said all acts of Parliament apply unless the District Council and the state government say it will not apply. That is why, you elect your representative. First, you elect somebody who knows our tradition, who knows our custom. That means he supports the metropolitan system. That is the first and foremost. Tonight when you go, I want to hear you say this. Number 2, he has to understand the situation. The intricate constitutional machinery that is there in the section. He has to understand that Para 3, when you become an MDC, Para 3 gives you a huge power, but don't misuse it. Don't misuse it. Because right now, the protagonists of the 600 say, 600 are misusing funds, they don't have enough funds, MDCs do not have power. With the 135th Amendment, you'll have more powers than even MLAs. Because nobody can touch the provisions of the 600 and the Para 3. The state government, neither the state government nor Parliament can have a say in this. And on your shoulder, my young brother, falls the responsibility to safeguard our future. And we see
BJP, Hakaba, Yangs Camp, but Pink Sun, Yaga 62, Article 371. With the permission of the House, I'll speak in English so that our non-Khasi speaking friends also will understand. When we talk about Article 371, which falls under Part 21 of the Constitution of India, one has to understand that Part 21 starts with three most powerful words. Temporary, which means for time being; transitional, which can change at any point of time; and special, which means special powers of the Parliament. The Constitution of India, where Dr. Pynlong has rightly said, is the source of power for any branch of law. When we talk about the special powers of the Parliament, it is very wide, whereby the Constitution of India grants the power to the Parliament of India to make any modification, given it the widest effect, including making radical modification, for example, like Article 370, where it was abrogated. To understand Part 21 of the Constitution of India, one has to read in its entirety and not just in a pick and choose policy, only what is favorable for us, because each provision of the Constitution of India supplements each other. When we talk about Article 371, although it gives the special powers, 371A and G, special powers to the respective state, whereby the religious and social practices, the customary and procedure and administration of civil and criminal justices cannot be interfered by anyone. It gives a free hand to that part of the state, but then a rider comes which states, shall apply to the state of Nagaland unless, this is the rider, unless this legislative assembly of that particular state by a resolution so decides. This means that if 371 comes into play in our state, Parliament will have its power to invoke Article 368 amendment of the Constitution, whereby it will lead to the dissolution of the District Council, because Article 242 will also come into play, the doctrine of repugnancy, whereby the central law will always prevail over the state laws. On the other hand, if we talk about the 6th schedule, which empowers our state, which empowers our council, one has to understand why the term autonomous is there. Autonomous means independence. It gives our people, our representative, the independence to make laws, frame laws, and enact the laws that they've made, or legislate those laws without any interference, giving them a free hand, whereby after a bill has been introduced in the district council, they can pass a resolution. After getting assent from the governor, that bill can become law, which will protect our customary rights, our land, the tribal belt, and so on and so forth. So in short, before I conclude, my appeal to all the intellectuals gathered in this room to go appease to the public, our friends watching from the comfort of their televisions, from the comfort of their mobile phones, watching this on live, my humble appeal to you, please do not touch the file where you know your hand will get burned. Already, I do not want to make it controversial. Reservation also has become a chaos, a disaster. For Article 371 also, my humble appeal with folded hands to my fellow friends batting for 371, please do not touch the fine where you know that your hand will get burned. Thank you so much.